Tonight's Xfinity TV High School Football Game of the Week post-game show is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Sports Report, Pittsburgh's premier sports publication. Visit them on the web at pittsburghsportsreport.com. Once again, a very pleasant good evening to Chris Shovlin, Ellis Cannon, Meg Bolger. We're all here in Cannonsburg tonight, where the home team picked up a big victory here in the Southeastern Conference of Quad A of the WPIAL. They've doubled up the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders by a final score of 28-14. Kind of a sleepy first half of play, but everything erupted in that second half, and really the fireworks went off for Canon-Mac.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's interesting. One of the keys that Pete Wagner and Baldwin coming in here tonight said they needed would be big plays. And they did get a big play in the pass game in the second half, but the real big plays in terms of quality, quantity, timing, and so forth, they belonged actually to Canon-Mac. And it largely was based, of course, around the run game. We'll get to those numbers. The pass and the run sort of canceled each other out for both of these teams. But when you look at the performance we saw from Mr. Milligan tonight, the big plays he generated, it's ultimately what tilted this game.
2 1-6 teams, but we saw a lot of action. Let's take a look at our Best of the Batch Foundation play of the night here on the Xfinity High School Football Game of the Week. And it was a big play indeed, and it was pulled off by the Big Macs, as we see Ian Ace, the starting quarterback, wind up and throw long downfield to Ahmad Morris Walker. And that set up a big touchdown for Canon-McMillan as they were able to score on that drive. But a beautiful pass and catch. What a chuck on that play.
We talked about Coach Evans saying this week, listen, we got to have better pass efficiency. Need to have that balance. And, boy, it doesn't take a lot of big plays, but that was a big play right there. It was a fabulous play. It was a play that got guys off the bench type of play, and ultimately you allow Milligan to do what he does. And, you know, Chris, really, and again, not to minimize that pass play or any other, at the end of the day, it was the style of one team that imposed itself on the other.
Yep.
And that's really what it boiled down to. You just had more rushing, and basically I think that it tired out the Baldwin team as it went on.
Give a lot of credit to Ahmad on that catch, reaching over the defensive back. And you mentioned Milligan, the star of this ball game, and Meg Bolger is with him on the field right now. Meg?
All right, thanks, Chris. You have any breath left to talk to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're okay?
Yeah, just a lot going through my head.
Well, I'm sure a little bit has to do with got a couple of touchdowns. You set a new school record for single game rushing.
Yes.
You reached over 1,000 yards on the season. How's it feel?
I couldn't do without everybody on my team, my linemen. I'm blessed, I guess. My family, coaches, everything. I wouldn't have done it without them.
What was the biggest difference, do you think, from the first half to how you were really just able to explode in the second offensively?
I believed in my linemen, they believed in me, and we were able to get it done. So we did. The scoreboard proves it.
I heard a coach say that he owes you a steak dinner. Now, was there a little bet going on?
No, I actually think he just made that up a little bit.
So, hey, you better take him up on that. I think he's really going to give you a steak dinner.
I'm fine with that. I'll take my whole team out. I don't care.
That's the kind of running back you want. All right, congratulations, Brian. Go enjoy it with your team.
Thank you. I will.
Back to you, Chris.
All right, Meg, thank you much. Congratulations. Brian Milligan, over 1,100 yards on this campaign, and just a brilliant night, a record-setting night here at Canon-McMillan High School, as he now has a single-game all-time record.
Yeah, I mean, the generation of excitement in the second half and in the fourth quarter is something you don't normally see. Son, great idea. Buy Rolexes. Those guys had big holes, and you knew what to do with them. Buy them big, fat watches.
Steaks sound pretty good, though. I got to
hungry.
tell you that. All right, let's go back to Meg with the coach on the field. Meg.
Thanks, Chris. Coach, it was really a tale of two teams from the first half to second half. You're losing your voice a little bit here, but clearly they heard your message.
We just talked about going out there. I mean, number 32 was feeling a little bit in the first half, and we got a young offensive line. We took some shots down the field. Great catch by Ahmad down there, but I mean, they really went ahead, and I mean, we're looking for foundation wins. You know, that kind of win right there. We're just, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this, and go ahead and do it. I mean, it was really nice. It was imposing. It was something that we haven't done this year, and I'm just proud of the guys. I mean, I'm so proud of these guys. I really am. And for the defense to play the way they did, I'm telling you right now, Baldwin's skilled players. I mean, we were very, very concerned about them getting loose in the secondary. We gang tackle. We did something we hadn't done all year. So I'm just so proud of the entire team as a whole.
And how important is that to build off that, get another win next week, and really keep the spirits high?
Well, I mean, it's everything we talked about right now. We're talking about trying to leave with a few wins at the end of the season to create some momentum into next season. We feel like this program was really, really down, and that we might be a D right now, but we've gone from like a 10% F to like a 62%. And I mean, sometimes it's tough. And this week, I didn't even think we practiced that well, but they came out and showed me something, and I'm really proud of them. And we got to finish up next week, though.
All right, Coach. Good luck next week.
Hey,
Congratulations. Chris?
All right, Meg. He's starting to sound like Seth Rogen from all that yelling. You know,
Well,
he's got Seth Rogen's voice in him now.
You know, people don't know he's a soloist. He's a concerto. And his career now is on hold during the football season. Hey, Chris, a couple things, though. This guy said the word, I'm proud of my guys 3 times. And I'm telling you, folks, talking to the guy, it just comes out that he feels he has a pathway here. He's got an opportunity. He's got a program. He's got a belief system. He's got a strategy and a plan. And you know what? He's more than proud. He feels validated. He may not say that, I will. He talked about imposing. We talked about that moments ago, that style, imposing. Here's what I'm going to do. You stop it. When you're able to do that and you still are developing your pass game and you're going to rely so heavily on the offensive line and have guys coming back like Milligan and just say, hey, I'm running, you stop it. There's nothing like it. And I'm sure that, and oh, by the way, I had in my notes for my conversation the 10% to 62%, but I couldn't bring myself to use it. I'm glad that he did.
Well, we want to thank both coaches of these ball clubs. I know that, it's been hard times for their football programs, and I know for a fact that they appreciated Xfinity TV High School Sports continuing to stick with them and continuing to follow them. So we want to thank Coach Mike Evans and, of course, Coach Pete Wagner of the Baldwin Highlanders for their excellent cooperation this week, and to both school districts for having us here, and especially the hospitality afforded us here in Cannonsburg tonight from Canon-McMillan High School.
I'm going to be very blunt. When you have 1 and 6 teams, a lot of guys may run out the door, whether they're players, coaches, administrators, what have you. From the AD, we saw Mr. Volcano tonight, all these other, from the coaches, the players. I was getting information sent to me like it was a state title game. And I was getting it sent early in the week, which is, reflective of people that are committed, that do believe in the program and do have a professional way about them. And I tell them all the time, it's not just helpful for Chris and I, it's helpful for the entire broadcast. It's helpful for the kids. Yep. It makes a greater show. And they are an example, both these coaches of programs, at 1 and 6, which a lot of teams could do. I'll be very honest about it.
And you mentioned Frank Volcano. Of course, we got to know him when he was at Chartiers Valley. He's come here to Canon-McMillan now, where he's the athletic director. Even before him, when Guy Montecalvo was here, we always felt welcomed here in Cannonsburg. We really, really appreciate the homecoming style of welcome that we got here tonight. Our entire crew appreciates it very much. And we really appreciated a spectacular finish to this ball game here tonight. Canon-Mac pulls it off 28-14 over the Highlanders from Baldwin. You got to see it right here on Xfinity TV On Demand on Comcast. For Ellis Cannon, Meg Bolger down on the sidelines, Mark Fisher here in the booth with us keeping the numbers, and our entire Viewpoint Production Services crew, I'm Chris Shublin. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Again, the home team, the Canon-Mac Big Macs, win it over the Baldwin Whitehall Fighting Highlanders, 28-14 our final.